Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. We'll put total leather and we'll get started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give to the back. Runs for the tackle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the tackler. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the right. And the pass hits, picked off. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. He's looking for an open man on second down. Back open in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. The offense set for a first down play. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The give to the single back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking to throw on second down. He's got it. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Well, jet sweep pass. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The back goes in motion. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Motion from the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. He's looking to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Six plays brought them here. Now number 7 on third and goal. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that team.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's cool. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
Line gets set, first down. Give to the fullback. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Strong safeties are guys you can spin down and a lot of times spend a lot of time in that box, which means he's going to be in the run fit. He's going to be making tackles consistently. And he comes up, I'll tell you what, they talk about big on big. The big fullback versus a big strong safety, that's a big collision.
Handoff to the lone back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Quarterback checking the play. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Unleashes one deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Working that left side now. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head.
Touchdown! The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. TCU 14, South Carolina 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Tackled immediately after the catch.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Fires to the big fella. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Just inside the 30 at the 29. It's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season. On point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. And this offense starting the season off with a bang.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
It's complete on the right side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
The corners are walked up tight. Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by 7 over New Mexico. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll throw it on first down. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, South Carolina.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unloads to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. You got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to come into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He fires it out to the right. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, he started rolling to his right. Because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Quarterback checking off. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Now from inside the red zone. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He wants it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Got his man to the left. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The play action fake. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. unloads quickly. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They keep attacking through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. At the 45, on his way. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
He'll pull it on the read. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Offense gets set for second down. Hands it off. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. The give out of the gun. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely wrong.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Mississippi State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
TCU 34, South Carolina 7.
Got it. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Lasso! Lasso!
On the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Loss of 4 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Dumps it to the back. Got his man on the right. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
It's now
2nd and goal for this offense. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
on the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Quick toss. Shows him the stiff arm. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. give to the running back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in fourth down territory. It's fourth and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent to me.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet and not
Lost one deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
On fourth down, going to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
First down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. He's right on target. At the 35, he's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
At the 29-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to move it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching